Welcome all. I'm Sarah Bumgardner with Aphma, the American Armed Forces Mutual Aid Association. For over 140 years, we have been serving our military community. In today's topic, we will cover the RateLock Advantage program currently offered by AAFMAA Mortgage Services. I have Mr. Kevin Crooks here, Area Manager for AAFMAA Mortgage Services. Kevin, so great to have you here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So tell me, what is a mortgage rate lock and the Rate Lock Advantage program with Aphma?
Yeah, well, what a mortgage rate lock does is it does that. It allows the borrower, usually early in the process, they lock in their rate so that they know what their payment's going to be when they close the loan. And typically, those are only for 30 or 60 days. And then, as you mentioned, Aphma has a 140-year history of ensuring and protecting our members' financial interests. And that's kind of what the RateLock Advantage does. It was devised by our senior management team, and they kind of put their heads together and figured out a way to help not protect a potential borrower, not just for 60 days, but it allows someone, whether they're shopping for a home or waiting for a home to be built, they can actually lock in their rate for either 4 or 6 months. And then should rates improve by the time they're ready to close on their home, they can actually take advantage of the current market rates and float the rate down. And we do that with no upfront fees or rate add-ons, which is unusual in the market. Typically, any kind of extended lock is very expensive for the borrower.
Wow. Well, that sounds like a great advantage. I mean, 4 to 6 months, it seems like a win-win. How can the Rate Lock Advantage program with Aphma Mortgage Services help our service members, veterans, and their families?
Yeah, well, I'm the son of a Marine Corps officer. My dad retired, and I spent most of my career working in Camp Lejeune, area. So I know firsthand that during PCS season, and a lot of times you may have you have that window of time before you need to move somewhere that they'll often start shopping for a home, even in North Carolina when they're in California. And the interest rate market right now, unfortunately, is really volatile and then increasing at that. So it allows that service member or veteran to lock in their rate. And then they can go find a home. So they know, they have the peace of mind in knowing as they're shopping for a home that their payment will be no higher than, this specific amount. But then also should the market correct or improve during that process, they can actually lower their rate and lower their payment. Now the process usually is you kind of might know what your payment's going to be. And then, you find a home and you're going to, you shop for a couple months and then you find the house. And in this market, your rate could be 3/8 to a half point higher, which could be, $100 or more in your payment. And that, that really affects people's affordability. And especially, in this kind of inflationary environment we're in, everything's a little bit more expensive now. So we've kind of taken that risk off the table. Or certainly, it's also great with new construction because, those homes, obviously, you may go to contract, 6-8 months before the house is done. And, if you're subject to the interest rate environment, your payment could be a couple $100 more than you anticipated. So we kind of just take that off the table and ensure, the veteran or service member, they know, exactly what their principal and interest payment is going to be at that specific loan amount. And then again, should rates improve, they can float down and take advantage of the lower rates. So it's one of those things. There's really no reason for somebody not to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And especially I was a military spouse for 11 years, and the uncertainty of moving is stressful enough. So taking away some of that a little bit, taking away that uncertainty and giving you a certainty in at least something sounds wonderful. So if somebody has more questions and they think, gosh, maybe I might, want to do this Rate Lock Advantage program, getting ready to PCS or thinking about building a home, where can someone go to ask specific questions with AAFMAA Mortgage Services?
Yeah, they can go to our website, and in there we have a roster of any of our loan officers or managers. They're welcome to contact. We take a real consultative approach to the process, and really, our goal is to educate our potential members and give them the information to make, the decision that's the best for them and their family.
That's great. Well, I want to thank you again, Kevin. Thank you so much for being here today, for breaking this down, making it simple to understand. We will see everyone here in a few weeks and for another live. And in the meantime, we here at Aphma always look forward to our next opportunity to serve you. So thank you all, and bye now.
Thank you.